your feet up, roll up a J, pour up something delectable, and kick back with two of your favorite boys, bringing it in, because it's happy hour here on GeekBeast. I've already had a couple. Oh, GeekBeast.
GeekBeast. We're gonna change the little show to GeekBeast.
Yo, let me back this up real quick.
It's good enough for the geese. It's good enough for the gander.
Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekest Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news. Geeks that look like me, geeks that look like you, and geeks that look like my man sitting over to the left or right of me. I can't really say. Yo, Chuck, man, tell them what's cracking.
Can y'all hear us? They said they couldn't hear us. Can y'all hear us? Yeah, the funk. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Check.
Icicles, popsicles. Test.
One, two, three. It's cool now.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So what I was saying.
Go ahead. Wait. Do your intro.
No, I'm just doing my little thing. I'll just wrap it up and just say, yo, if you look like me and you geeking out, you in the right spot. My man over here, Chuck. Yo, what's up, man?
What's going on? How y'all doing? Y'all keeping it real, keeping it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
See,
ooh, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, raw, man. Shimmy, yay.
Are you drinking anything raw? You drinking anything straight, no chaser?
Man,
or you sipping on something that's got
the hardest stuff to drink ever.
Oh, word?
The hardest.
What you sipping on? What's that?
Hardest. You ain't What's ready. That? You ain't ready.
Well, then come on and school me so I can get ready. Yeah.
Beatology. You know what beatology is? Beet juice. That's right. The man drinks beet juice.
Did you just bring a beet juice to a liquor fight?
I brought beet juice to a liquor fight. I know one is easy to drink. The other one's hard to drink. I got beatology with beet and cherry. This is my jam, dog.
I'll beat you for bringing some beet juice to a drinking event. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and never mind you for the short time being and say what's up to the chat because I'm sure they're going to be sipping on something.
That's right. The funk told you it's a real adult beverage. What you drinking on? What you drinking on?
Yeah, I mean, you know, some green glass beer. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Some German green glass beer. It's tiding me over. But what we are going to do is we're going to be tiding you over some of this news. And if you're new to the show, we cover Geek News Beat and we share our opinions with you. As you can see, we are on the way. Well, at least I am on the way to being slightly faded, and we are highly melanated. So we will be giving you a very unique perspective of some of this geek news and geek culture that we're about to share with you. I'm your host, Centel. Yeah, I hear you. You can't be over here pretending that you faded. Drunk off the beet juice.
Cause I'm from the streets. I can't be faded.
Oh man. My god,
that was great, man.
So what do you got lined up for this weekend, my guy? Before we hop into this news, what you got lined up?
I'm actually gonna support Game Wizards this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually listen to some Metaverse pitches and grade them. So a bunch of students are gonna pitch to me. They're gonna pitch their ideas to me, and I get to grade. That's
nice.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty cool.
Yep.
Have you done this before?
Yes, I have. I've done it before.
How did it turn out? Like, were the what is it? The people that turned the projects in, did they meet your expectations?
There's always like 2 to 3 students that break out, right? Like, wow,
right?
Why don't we have that already?
Yeah, it's that bell curve, right?
You know, they're just trying to figure it out. Then the rest are just trying to figure it out. Takes time. You know,
I'm mad at that. Okay.
People are very rarely good at something the first time they do it.
That's very true. It's very rare. But the thing that I want to stress when it comes to people that are doing new things for the first time is that, you know, even Michael Jordan didn't make his high school team. It's all right if you fail at it, fail spectacularly, fail fast, and get back on it.
Get back on it.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm going to be doing this weekend?
What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to have a little humble brag moment. Yo, it came in.
What came in?
Oh, the milestone compendium, baby.
Oh,
1,300 pages. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, look at this thing. It's a beast. Look how big this bad boy is. Yo, this is just volume 1. This bad boy she's chunky, ladies and gentlemen. She's chunky. So I will be doing that this weekend.
Sounds like fun.
Hell yeah, man. I'm about to roll a J and get right.
I see. Read them all your words and pictures.
Yes, man. And get completely immersed, man, in some melanated dialogue.
Can we play some video games if we have time?
Yes, man. Absolutely.
Okay, let's play some video games.
Yes. I'm here for all of that, man. Hey, speaking of video games, Epic and Lego, hopping right into the news.
Yep.
Epic and Lego have partnered to build a metaverse for kids. Haven't really dug too deep into the headline.
I find total offense to that story.
Well, you don't want kids in your metaverse?
No, they said for kids.
You don't like
They're building that for me. They're building it for me. They're not building for these kids. These kids don't deserve this. These kids barely play with Legos. They don't appreciate Legos.
Well, listen, man.
I was born in it.
Raised in it. I didn't stop playing with Legos until I was a man. Didn't stop then either. Hey, so this is big news because two of the biggest names in entertainment are coming together to create this virtual space. But it's unfortunately for us, it is said to be targeted strictly at kids. But they're going to be building this partnership between the Fortnite developers, Epic, in case you're wondering, why is Epic so important? Because of Fortnite. Fortnite, who has the formula for everything. So you got the digital formula and arguably one of the greatest construction toys of all time, melding their brains together. So they were quoted saying that we're excited to come together to build a space in the metaverse that's fun, entertaining, and made for kids and families. And this is what Epic CEO Tim, excuse me, I always want to call him Todd Sweeney, but it's Tim Sweeney. So the details are a little scarce and the concepts of the metaverse remain a little bit murky. But the company says that whatever it is that they end up building, it's going to be designed as a family-friendly virtual space from beginning. So the Lego Group and Epic Games will be combining their executive experiences to ensure that this next iteration of the internet is designed from the outside with its well-being of kids in mind. What would you want in this metaverse of tomfoolery between Fortnite developer and Lego? Like, what expectations would you have?
First of all, let me ask you, what do I want from it?
Yeah, what do you want?
A job. That's what I want. I want a job. Yes.
I'm not mad at that, man.
That's what I'm want.
Not mad. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Work on a cool project.
Two of my favorite companies coming together, combining man, I was built for this. Yeah. I was born in this.
Yeah, you were raised in it.
Raised in it.
Big facts though, man. I'm not mad at that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not even as much of a super fan as you are, and even I'm like, damn, that sounds like it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. My gosh. I just want to have every brick. So I was in Disney Springs this past week, trying to get some DeLoreans. Yes, I'm trying to get some more DeLoreans. And I went there. They're like, oh, we ran out for the day, but come in tomorrow morning. I'm like, I'm on a plane tomorrow morning. I can't come in and grab the DeLorean.
You're talking about the car, the DeLorean? Are you talking about that electric one that's been hitting the streams? Okay, because I heard they're making the old
Lego
school.
made one, and you can change it into. They made one a long time ago. That's little itty bitty. It's like $150 online. They made a bigger one now, and it can transform it into all three DeLoreans from every movie. Yeah, that's dope. Man.
Except for Back to the Future 3. We don't really talk about Back to the Future 3.
I don't know what you're talking about. That movie is a classic.
That movie is trash. Whatever. Listen, it is on the same level. It is on the the Back to the Future franchise holds the exact same weight and fandom as The Godfather. We adore 1 and 2. We don't speak about the third one. Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying?
I'd rather for it to have that comparison than comparison to the Matrix. We're only talking about the first one. We don't talk about the second.
Yeah, no, that's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Here's my question: what would you rather see? If somebody had a gun to your head and was like, "You gotta watch it." Would you rather watch? Would you rather watch Back to the Future 3 or Godfather 3? Gun to your head, and they're like, "You have to watch it."
Back to the Future.
Get
3.
in the end.
Back to the Future 3. Look, I am Wino.
I am Wino said he thought the third one was better than the second. You have been dipping a little too deep into that bottle. I am Wino, but I certainly respect you, your decision.
I am Wino chose 3 over 2. You
are an anomaly, sir.
Or madam.
Yes, excuse me. I know I'm terrible with
it's all good. It's
a work in progress. Hey, big huge shout out to the chat. Thank you so much for bopping in. It really means a lot because we like to speak directly to you. It makes it a little bit more fun. And if you're watching this on Restream, stop watching on Restream and come check us out live.
Come check us out live. Yeah, man. Come check us out live so you can see Chuck do all his antics in the video feed.
Big shout out to the Funk who said, I think a critical pillar that separates a metaverse from any standard MMO is portability of assets. If it has import or export of build designs, then that'd be rad. That's a really good wish list. I like that. That'd be kind of dope too. Defunk also said, like buy a set, does that grant you the model in the game? That's dope as well.
That's dope too. That's the metaverse. See, that's what I would be on working at Lego right now. But look, every set ever created, we're going to recreate them. We're going to sell them in the game. And also, if you own them in real life and take a picture, we'll pull it into the game. Matter of fact, I would be at Lego like this.
That'd be really dope.
Whatever you build in real life, we have the Lego camera, and it's built into you. It's an app. You take a snapshot of it from all 4 angles, and we give it to you in the game. Whatever creation you make. As long as it's not penis or vaginas, we'll put it in the game.
Well, the penis vagina test will
absolutely. That's coming. Yeah, that's coming day 0.
That's day 1. It's day. Yeah. I mean, the minute they hit live, there'll be a Lego penis built somewhere.
Man. But I'm really, really excited. But I was in the Lego store. They had a line to get into the Lego store at Disney Springs.
I could believe that.
It wrapped.
I could believe that.
And I get up in there, you're like, oh yeah. I feel like I was in the club because I knew what all the Legos were. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna get this one. I get it as an employee of the parent company that owns that space, owns the actual land. I get a discount, so it was great.
Yeah. So when our discount kicks in, when are we going to go check it out, homeboy? Because I love our discount. That we've worked so hard. We've worked so hard to get together.
Whenever.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Whenever. Florida boom. I go up in there with parents all the time.
Just want to make sure.
I got this.
Oh man. All right. So is there any way that this could go horribly wrong?
No.
You think so?
You see at Fortnite, you walk around with a hammer and destroy things and rebuild things. That's Legos. If anybody has competency what Lego does, only thing that Lego needs to do now is somehow bring in Treasure to come on board with this perfect union and say, hey, we're coming on board to help y'all with the games. Like the people that make the Lego games come in.
Yeah.
Like we coming in to help out. We about to come up in here and do this right.
Okay. Not mad. Bet. Well, speaking of innovation and creating new things in lore and storytelling, the Hugo Awards, which is a really big deal in our space of geekdom, has announced some of their nominees and nominations. I just seem to have lost that. It was moved. Damn you.
Giant list.
Who moved it? Yeah, there it is. Sorry. So we're not going to go through everything because it's a lot. It's a lot of different nominations, but everything that deals with science fiction and our love of the geek space, everything from television to books to comics to podcasts. The Hugo Awards has their fingers in it. And let's just go through like some of the categories real quick. I won't go through all the individual ones because it'll just take a little bit too long. And then I'll drop this link into the chat so you can check it out for yourself because it is a good way to stay abreast with what's hot and fresh in the sci-fi space.
Oh yeah,
right there. Oh no, I think I put that in the wrong chat. My apologies. Sorry, I'm over here doing like 4 things at the same time. Let me do this real quick. All right, there we go. Let's see. Here's some of the categories that might, tickle your fancy. Best novel, best novella, best novelette. I am totally showing my ignorance of that word. Best short story. These are all different categories. Best series. Best graphic story or comic. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of great stuff. Best related work. Best dramatic presentation long form. Some projects that are in this include projects like Dune and Encanto, The Green Knight. I think I'm the only person that saw The Green Knight. Did anybody else but me see The Green Knight?
No, I actually was going to watch it on the plane, but got caught up by Formula One. Drive to Survive.
Yeah, that's so good, but that's a whole different conversation. We'll come back to that though. Other categories include a best dramatic presentation short form. And that in the short form is kind of interesting because we have like categories or nominees such as like the Wheel of Time. That's a specific episode for the Wheel of Time, specific episode for Arcane, The Expanse, Loki, Star Trek, Lower Decks. See what I'm saying? Like the Hugo Awards are dope. Best editor for short form, long form, best artist. So, you know, best fanzine. I'm not sure what that means. Best fan cast. I think that's more towards podcasts. So hopefully, very shortly, the Geekish Network can be nominated for a Hugo Award for fan casting as well. Fan writing, fan artist. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you want to know what the razor's edge of what our geekish kingdom is capable of, the Hugo Awards is a great place to start. This is thank you, big huge shout out to Defunk as well, who helped curate this list so that we can dump all of these goodies on you as well. God, I wish I could go through all of it, but it would just absolutely kill our time.
You hear what Defunk said?
What's that? He said
Defunk said he saw The Green Knight, and he's not sure if he could recommend it or not. He's unsure.
Yeah,
it's about death, right? Deals with death, right?
Yeah, and choices.
That's the meta
death
story.
And choices that you'd make, and choices that you make when you're a man, and the things that you do, and what do you do if you have second chances. It's very art house. We're talking about The Green Knight in case you're trying to catch up. It's one of those films that when the trailer came out, people were like kind of interested.
I was interested.
Nobody really went to go see it. Honestly, I'm not even lying. Defunk is the only other person I know that has seen it outside of another mutual friend of ours. So yeah, it was nominated for a Hugo. So that should let you know that not everybody may have liked it, but it was still respected. Anything on the Hugo list that would maybe like tickle your fancy regarding categories, not even necessarily specific works?
Best graphic story or comic?
Yeah.
That tickles my fancy.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't understand what's best related work. What does that mean, related work?
That's a good question. Maybe that's more of like a periodical. I don't know. Maybe not. No. Yeah, because I think it may be from a blog, because I'm seeing like nominees from different platforms such as Vox. I'm seeing something from Radical Science Fiction. So it's probably like maybe it's like an editorial piece.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. I'm shooting in the dark here.
They have a semi-prozine. Like, what is a semi-prozine? I just looked it up. Okay.
Yeah. Basically a magazine. That's what the Voice in the Sky is saying. And Defunk is chimed in as saying a related work sounds like it could be an adaptation or a spinoff of an existing property. But like you said, graphic novel or comic is one that's really kind of got me turning my head, because it may be some companies that you never heard of, like some of the, it's not just DC and Marvel. Some of the nominees in here are from Image, Del Rey Comics, Boom Comics, so there's some different sources that are outside of like the big two.
Best young adult fiction, because I want to know all the girlies are into, because it's going to be a big hit movie eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, make no mistake, I promise you, studio execs are going through this list like with a fine-tooth comb, trying to squeeze some story out, because right now our space, this geek space, is the hottest thing out, bar none. It's the hottest thing I've seen. This geek space is the hottest thing I've seen since hip hop. Can you think of anything hotter?
It is. It is the hottest thing since hip hop. It literally is.
Yeah.
I'm going through it now. I'm just going through the list. Like I'm gonna dive in. There's so many things. Let it be known, I'm not a heavy reader anymore. I'm a heavy watcher and a heavy player.
Mm-hmm. It's all right. You're still digesting content.
Yeah, I am. And what I do read is comic books at most. Books? I read books too. I'm a heavy listener too. I listen to a lot of audio books. What's up? You give me what?
13. You need to get you one of these. This milestone compendium. I know I'm over here selling.
I do. I kind of need that.
It's just because I'm just proud of it. That's all.
I'm excited about it. I'm like, look at that. You know, I stick to playing board games these days, son.
Ready Player Bab. Shout out to Ayamino who said check his Ready Player Bab. Yeah, absolutely. Yo, you put some goggles on him and some earplugs. Yo, he is consuming content.
I do audio books. Man, I devour audio books. I never realized how much I like audio books.
Yeah, man. It's a great way for me to distract myself when I take walks and hikes and stuff. Audiobooks. That's the way to do it for me. Hey, okay. So before I jump into the segue, man, I don't know if any of y'all been keeping up with Atlanta, but they have been dropping some heat. It's a TV series that comes on FX. And there are 4 episodes in, and only 2 of the episodes have been dealing with the central characters. The other 2 have been dealing with like race relations overseas in America, just in general. And they have not been shy. Let's just say that. Atlanta's had a history of talking about, you know, some controversial stuff, and they've been broadening their horizons. And Atlanta is created by Donald Glover. If you don't know who Donald Glover is, he has another surname, Childish Gambino, when he used to be an artist. Well, that creator, Donald Glover, is in the works to create yet another project in a recreation of Mr. and Mrs. Smith with an actress named Maya Erskine. And she's going to star opposite Donald Glover. And this is going to be a Prime Video series. Now, I remember a little over a year ago, we had discussed the fact that Donald Glover had ended up picking up a huge Amazon Prime contract. And he had like full creative, what's the word I'm looking for? He has a final say on how things can't be like really adjusted. Yeah. He's just like really putting his whole body and he can put his whole body and soul into this, but he's doing something that we maybe seen before, you know, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Like we saw the Brangela version, right? The Brangela, Brad Pitt and yeah, Brangelina. I thought it was dope. I can't lie. I thought the original was dope. Were you a fan of it, or did you want the original? The original concept was supposed to be Will Smith, and I forgot who it was. It may have been Jada.
It may have been Jada,
but he was supposed to be the original Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So now we have Donald Glover playing the spy. Are we feeling that, or is that a little bit of a miss with the character?
I'm kind of feeling it.
You are? You feeling that?
I'm feeling it. I'm down with that. You're not down with that?
I mean, listen, I feel the way about this as I felt about him being Lando Calrissian. I'm a super
I like
fan
the
of
idea of it.
I am a fan of Donald Glover, but he just doesn't have the swag, the panache, the confidence, the walk of Billy D. Williams. It's a big difference. He ain't that. And Lando is definitely Billy D. Williams. That fits perfectly. You feel me?
Yes.
Right. So I'm feeling kind of the same way about this version of a super spy. Too. So I like Donald because this isn't a slight at him. He just doesn't appear to me to be a believable character as a super spy. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you. I do agree with you.
How y'all feeling in the chat? Is that an overreach for me or for us?
You're overreaching right now, Centel.
I'm overreaching.
You're overreaching.
I'm overreaching.
No, because, you know, like I told you, everybody gets mad at me when I say it. I'm going to say it again. Mm-hmm. What I thought about Donald Glover being Lando was Donald Glover in cosplay.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't lying.
I know it. It's like watching him in cosplay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm happy that he got the gig. Always gonna be happy that the brother got the gig. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't know why I hate on the brother working.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's
just working hard.
It just feel a little out of step. But all right, but here's let me not completely like crap on it because I don't want to do that either. Because the actress, I haven't particularly heard of her as a household name.
Me neither.
But maybe you have Maya Erskine.
That has me more interested than anything else. So I'm like, I don't know who this actress is, really.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. I'm gonna look her up right now. Let me look her up.
Maya Erskine. She played in Pen 52. Yeah, I've never seen her. She appears to be of Asian descent. And she was in Insecure. That's one of the other big name shows. And she's a voice in Bob's Burgers.
Oh, she's
in Obi-Wan Kenobi. I didn't know that. Okay, well, she's definitely starting to work in a big way.
She's working it. She's in Pen 15. Oh, she's the Asian woman in Pen 15, which is kind of a freaky little show too, because they're pretending to be 15-year-olds, but they're really grown.
Oh, that's
they're pretending to be 13-year-olds, but they're grown people pretending. It's kind of like, was it Hot Summer with all the Jewish actors? They're going to Jew camp for the summer.
Oh,
Red Hot Summer or something like that.
Okay. Huh. All right. Well, I mean, sure. I mean, it's gonna add a different look because we had two people of color. Let's see how that works.
Wet Hot American Summer. That's what it's called. Wet Hot American Summer.
Sound like a 80s skin flick.
It is. It's basically a very campy like summer camp movie, but it's based on Jew summer camp where all the Jewish kids go to camp for like a week or two.
Okay.
It was basically based on that.
Okay. And she was the voice of one of the 15-year-old
one of the 13-year-old girls trying to be 15.
Okay. Yes, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Let it be a thing.
All right. I mean, sure. Fine. I'm cool with it.
You involved? You down with that?
I mean, it's Donald Glover, man. I'm gonna support pretty much anything he does. You know. Well, that's about right. Well, let me say this. I'll at least watch the pilot. I'm not gonna say because if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna just waste the rest of my time. Yeah, but I'll at least give him the pilot.
Honestly, I think it'd probably be good because he'll probably have his brother writing it and probably bring in Hero to come in and do his thing. And that combination of two people, those two people, Donald may not pull off the acting that well because he's not a good actor, but everything else, but he touches is good. And what he promotes and he produces is good. I give him that.
Well, he was good in Community. He was funny.
Yeah, he was good in Community. That's Dan Harmon, though. Dan Harmon made everybody good in Community.
That's true, too.
And nobody paid attention.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Because nobody paid attention to him because it was all about Allison Brie anyway.
She was just all right.
What?
Okay.
You said you think Allison Brie's just all right? That was my boo thing.
I didn't hate her.
Dang.
I didn't hate her. She was all right.
I'm hurt.
Why? Why you hurt? Don't be hurt. She was all right.
It's my boo thing.
Oh, all right. Listen, speaking of boo things, I'm gonna tell you about who your daddy boo thing is because she's still out here making money. Angela Bassett. Okay. Yo, let me listen. Angela Bassett almost has the Prince effect. Angela Bassett is capable of snatching a young man 20 years her senior and snatching up your granddaddy in the same day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She
made me want to go to Wakanda.
She bring heat. Don't let that old lady fool you, dog. Angela Bassett still got it going on. And listen, here's a little known fact I didn't know. As of currently, she is currently the highest paid actress for a TV sitcom. She's making a little over $450,000 per episode on 911. I think it's called Rescue 911, or maybe it's just 911.
Good for her.
Yeah. I mean, before you start sighing, Yeah, I think not only did it get renewed, it's got like a spinoff. I think there's like a 911 Texas now or something. It's like a couple of different versions of it, if I remember right. Well, yeah. Well, Miss Bassett, because you got to call her Miss Bassett. Respect that lady. Is teaming up with Millie Bobby Brown for a fantasy feature. So you got Miss Legs and Money Stacks, with a new young teen heartthrob. Is she considered a young teen heartthrob?
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown's a young teen.
Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah. I'm
pretty sure the young boys like her.
Yeah. So,
I think she's a great actress too. She's so charming on screen. She kills it. Like for Alona, she was charming. She crushed it.
I mean, I've enjoyed everything she's been in so far, so I'm not against it. And to see her work with, Angela Bassett, I'm sure it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Angela Bassett as a side character in Bridgerton.
Oh, man.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think that would be kind of dope,
Oh, let her be the older sister of the queen.
Either that or the queen's antagonist, you know what I'm saying? Like the person that's got to win over the crown or whatever, or the prince, win over the prince to get the crown. Bridgerton. Yo, Bridgerton, listen, check. Don't let Chuck fool you. We talk about Bridgerton. Listen, Bridgerton got bars. Everybody on that show will drop a hot 16 on you. And that's what makes it dope, because it's low-key battle rap. And nobody trying to mess with the queen either. Yes, I watch Bridgerton. I find it entertaining.
You're gonna be there to review it for us, because because you were like, I'm not. Why are you gonna watch Bridgerton? And then you watching, you're like, oh, we should have watched Bridgerton.
Yo, Bridgerton, low key, dog, is
bars.
Tell you, man, they got bars.
It has the longest episodes too. Episodes be like an hour and a half. And you're like, this is a long episode, but they just spitting hot fire the whole entire time.
Hot just bars, dog. It's just every episode is a battle rap, dog. I love it.
It is.
All right. So, hey, everybody in chat, what is going to sell you more on this next fantasy project? Is it going to be Millie Bobby Brown, or is it going to be Angela Bassett? I think for me, probably is going to be Millie Bobby Brown. Don't get me wrong. Angela Bassett till day one, but I think Millie Bobby Brown is got the hot hand right now.
Yeah, I think it's Millie Bobby Brown. I mean, Angela Bassett's cool, but she ain't no Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah. I'll tell everybody, watch Enola Holmes, and you'll get it. She's dope. She's super dope.
Yeah. Oh, so let me go through a quick rundown, then we'll change gears again. So in the movie from Oscar-nominated filmmaker Juan Carlos Fresnadillo, a princess is shocked to discover that she'll be sacrificed to the kingdom's sacred cave dragon after being married to her Prince Charming. She must survive long enough until someone comes to save her. Only no one is coming. So Bassett's going to play Lady Bayford in Damsel, the stepmother to Brown's Elodie. Elodie.
Okay.
I don't know, one of them.
Okay.
So, all right. So she's stepmom to Millie Bobby Brown. She's probably gonna be evil then.
Okay.
Let's see what else is
down
going
for
on.
that?
Yeah, I mean, next I'll definitely give it a pilot. We'll see. What's going on. I wonder where it's coming on though. I didn't even dig deep. Probably Netflix. That sounds like a Netflix. Sounds like a Netflix show.
You know, it'd be done super dope.
What's that?
They get what's his name in it, because both of those women have really strong personalities. Mm-hmm. They get, oh my god,
we talking about
Espito. He's in the video.
Oh, Juan Carlo.
Juan Carlo.
Talking about Juan Carlo.
Yeah, get Juan Carlo in it too.
Yeah,
playing opposite.
That's another dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Carlo is practically timeless, man. I'm about to jump back into Better Call Saul just so I could see him continue to flex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay, sorry, I had to re-up my glass.
Oh, you had to re-up your glass. How's your tasty beverage?
Voila.
Your tasty malted beverage.
There we go. Hey, so were you ever a Neil Gaiman fan regarding what is it?
Sandman?
Gods of American
American Gods.
American Gods. Yeah. All right. So we talked a while ago that they were considering the possibility of doing a spinoff that was covering one of the characters, Anansi, who was he wasn't like a god of mischief, but he was a spider. He was an African god who was a spider, who ends up having some sons who end up like taking up the mantle and then I guess spreading their mischief / justice throughout the world. It's actually a book that Gaiman wrote too. It wasn't just a spinoff of just American Gods. I think he wrote maybe 1 or 2 books that actually focused around the character as well. Well, they just did some more additional casting, and Whoopi Goldberg is going to be cast as the God of Birds. This is interesting because one of the original characters that played Anansi in American Gods, the television show, got into a bit of some hot water regarding how his character was depicted, and then he was kind of being removed from the show. And then I forgot the guy's name that was in a Drumline that played him. Oh my God, dang, Orlando
Jones.
Yeah, Orlando Jones, who did a brilliant job playing in that scene. Brilliant. Arguably one of my favorite monologues in the past 5 or 6 years was the one that he gave on the slave ship to get the slaves to revolt, to burn everything down. Oh my God, you should YouTube it. It's a legendary scene. So much so that everybody was kind of sold. I think that was a defining moment for his character. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah, I thought it was too. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 2 great monologues in that whole entire series. He had the boat series, and when he would go talk to the black gods.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
And that one was the powerful one.
Yeah, it was. It was. I forgot about that one.
Dark chocolate, mocha chocolate, brown skin, honey dip sister disappears. And like that, snatch, another one gone.
Yeah. So he brought heat. He brought hot fire. But because of it was an opinionated brother. He was saying his piece. He ended up becoming.
He wrote those lines
written out. Yeah.
They said,
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the other thing. He wrote the lines. That's what all his lines.
That was part of his contract. And they said, tone it down. He was like, tone what down?
He was like, I'm not finna do all that.
All your pro-black stuff, tone it down. He's like, that's who Anansi was.
I mean, you want authentic until you get smacked in the mouth with authentic. So they pretty much reduced this role. And then when they announced the fact that they were going to be doing the spinoff, the internet, especially Black Twitter was like, yo, bring Bloom back. Not Jones. Just Orlando Jones. Bring Jones back. Excuse me. Sorry. But I bring Jones back, and the producers was like, So instead, they went and found Delroy Lindo. Golly, he's old school, been around forever. His last big project was Five Bloods, the meme with the brothers dancing in the club. It's a Spike Lee film. That is Delroy Lindo. Golly, he is going to be playing Anansi, and I don't know if they've cast his sons just yet. Are you watching this now that we've given you a brief history of American Gods and Anansi and the original and all this? Are you still interested in checking out Anansi's voice?
Can I be all the way honest?
Yeah, man, be honest.
No. Orlando Jones, Delroy. I've seen him do his job. He's a great actor. But when I think of Anansi now, when I even think of Anansi, I go to Orlando Jones.
Yeah.
Anansi's popped up in other things too, that character. But when I think about that character, it goes straight to Orlando. So I don't think anybody could play him after Orlando killed him. Even Orlando, when Wednesday is asleep in the car in American Gods, he goes, this MF went to go get chicken. And he had watermelon. He throws it out the window. Yeah. And then Wednesday wakes up and goes, where's the Odin wakes up and goes, where's the chicken? He says, I ate it. You can't bring chicken around no black people. He throws it out the window. It's it doesn't get any better than that.
I was fortunate enough to get a chance to read the first book, American Gods, before I saw the actual show. And I wasn't really blown away by Anansi in the book. He just didn't move me, But when I saw his rendition in the live action, I was like, oh, I did not interpret that correctly.
Yeah, because
they
gave a really good actor who's also known as a writer the freedom to let me write this character with you all. They're like, sure, any major pieces with you write them.
Yeah. Orlando Jones is also making an appearance in one of the hottest sitcoms out right now, Abbott Elementary. He's making an appearance as well, so it's good to see that the brother still can work. I'll say that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I heard Abbott Elementary is good.
Yeah, Abbott, it is. It's a palate cleanser. After watching all of this anime death, blood, guts, sci-fi, people getting their brains blown out and sick, twisted ass superheroes, you need a palate cleanse to just see something nice, good, and wholesome, and still funny. Abbott Elementary, you can't miss.
Okay, can't go wrong with it. Okay,
yeah, you can't go wrong with it. It's wholesome. But if you're going to see something crazy, this ain't that.
That ain't it. It ain't it.
No,
that ain't the business.
It's wholesome. No, it's nice and wholesome. We need wholesome, man.
We do.
I don't know. All right, so Nazi's Boy is still in pre-production, so everything is still on paper for the most part, but it is scheduled to arrive on Amazon Prime, but probably not until 2023 at the absolute earliest. And then, of course, all of that is with a huge asterisk when you're considering the pandemic that goes along with that.
Pandemic's over, man.
Yeah, that's what they keep trying to tell me.
We decided that. I'm just rolling my head.
Yeah, I missed the memo too, but I guess so.
Yeah, me too. I missed that memo.
A big shout out to the Voice in the Sky. Rodney said, "American Gods and Anansi's Boys are the novels." Yes. Let me make sure I'm not missing out anybody that's in the chat as well. Thank you for the correction on Orlando. And Wino stated that Orlando was the main producer of the show as well. Now that makes it even more interesting.
Yeah.
You're one of the producers. Is he one of the producers of the remake that is not including him? Or is he one of the producers of the original American Gods? Because that would be a little bit more context. And huge shout out to Johnny Randolph, who said 100% Orlando. Yeah, when you give a dope performance like that, it's kind of hard to kind of like walk away from it. Yeah, I mean, to carry on, how you feeling over there, Chuck? I got more heat over there. Yeah.
Drop more heat.
Yeah,
drop the heat, son.
So, okay. Charlize Theron.
What about Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron. Theron. Yeah, she is jumping. She's jumping into the comic book space.
Okay, how's she jumping in the comic book? She writing the comic book? What's going on with
well, she's going to help bring DC's character queer Aqualad story to HBO Max. Now I have to, for all my DC heads, and I'm sure Johnny Randolph is going to absolutely correct me on this. My only knowledge of Aqualad is based off of Young Justice. So in Young Justice. He appears to be, a superhero of color. And he's the de facto leader of Young Justice as well. He's an interesting character. He plays one of Aquaman's ilk, a young version, a young soldier trying to, look good in front of his king. But according to this article, the DC young adult graphic novel, You Brought Me the Ocean, was written by Alex Sanchez with art by Jewel Mora. It's a new interpretation of Aquaman's sidekick Aqualad that centers around Jake Hyde, a teen who's always felt a connection to the ocean, but lives in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, which is pretty far from the coast. So it turns out that's on purpose, as his mother fled to the desert town to get away from Jake's father, but told her son is dead, drowned to push him away from the truth about his past. And you can maybe see why. He's really the son of eco-terrorist Black Manta, which is very interesting, who genetically altered his child with sea life DNA. But Jake can't fight his inclinations towards the sea, something he must deal with alongside other coming-of-age dilemmas, like figuring out how to come out to his crush Kenny and applying to college in Miami, but not letting his mom and best friend Maria know. And then there's the little matter of the blue markings on his skin that glow when he comes in contact with water. So there's no word on whether a You Brought Me the Oceanside series might tie into the current Aquaman film franchise, which stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who is absolutely a dope-ass actor. Man, he was amazing. And just in case you want to know, he was oh my gosh, Dr. Manhattan in the recreation of Watchmen. The dude is a beast. So it's still too early in production to know exactly like when this show is going to be coming out. And it'd be cool if we got some sort of setup for this version. But let me see. Sorry. So we'll see. Maybe there is a setup for this version of the story that's going to be coming out in the latest Aquaman story, Lost Kingdom. I think it was important that they kind of mentioned that that Yahya Abdul-Mateen is Black Manta, and like I said, my only inclination of Aqualad is Young Justice, and he was a person of color. And if they are going to maintain the lore and have him be Yahya Abdul-Mateen's son, then we may be having another superhero of color that's coming around the corner. How you feeling about this?
I'm excited about it. I mean, I understand he's queer. They just had to say Aqualad show and then I declare his queerness and just let it naturally happen. It's like pointing to it. Because it's like saying Black Aqualad. They just called him Aqualad in the cartoon.
And just kept it moving, right?
And just kept it moving.
Yeah. I'm excited more so because of his connection with Black Manta. And if they are going to bring Yahya Abdul-Mateen into the mix, I just like seeing him on screen.
You think they're gonna bring Yahya in on this one?
I mean, that would be dope. Why would you? Dope. Why would you waste that talent? You see what I'm saying? Like
that's true too.
That's way too much talent to just not, entertain.
That's true too.
Yeah. So
but how much older would he be? Because Yahya was relatively young when Jason Momoa was Aquaman.
Yeah, but they could age it. They could age him up.
They can age him up.
We'll see.
Yeah, they could age him up to have a son that's like Aqualad's what, 18?
Yeah, I mean he's in high school, so he can even be younger than that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like Aqualad as a character ever since Young Justice. I think he's an amazing character, and I like to see them push on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like what they did with him in Young Justice, which is an absolute incredible series. If you haven't watched it, if you're a fan of the DC series,
too.
Yeah, I'm like pretty much most of the characters in Young Justice. It is a very slept-on show. It should get more fanfare than it does. Not to say that it doesn't get fanfare, it does. For those that have seen it and those that know, it definitely gets fanfare, but it just doesn't seem to get as much of a bigger push as some of the other DC properties in the animation department. Anybody else in the chat? How y'all feeling about Aqualad and the possibility of seeing more Yahya? I just remembered, I think Yaya's in that new, oh my God, what's the joint? It's like the new Speed, but it's with an ambulance. Ambulance, that's what it's called, ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yaya's in that too. So that's supposed to be coming out. I want to say that's like a Michael Bay production too.
It is a Michael Bay production.
Yaya was, he played...
rob a bank and they take off an ambulance?
Yeah.
That's actually smart.
Yaya was also, he also played Morpheus in the latest Matrix.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so like I said, he's all over the place, man. He's an up and comer, so it'd be kind of cool to see him keep going. Let me see what else we got going on, man. How you feeling, man?
Man, keep going, man, because there's the next article I want you to talk about.
Is this the joint with your girl that you love?
Yes, and it brings two of the things I love dearest together.
Two things. I'm gonna just read y'all the headline. We'll just get straight to the nitty gritty. Headline says Star Wars Ahsoka just added a Spider-Verse director. So the next Star Wars streaming show to go into production centers around Ahsoka Tano, and the show just added a director from a whole other multiverse. The Hollywood Reporter, which is a very, very verifiable source, says that Peter Ramsey, one of the 3 Oscar-winning directors of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, is joining the Ahsoka show as a director on at least one episode.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about this. Peter Ramsey, he's no Lord and Miller, but he does do good work. He did Rise of the Guardians and Into the Spider-Verse, of course. He's working on Across the Spider-Verse. He did Monsters vs. Aliens, which I thought was good too. So this is exciting. that he's coming to a live action series of Ahsoka, who is my most favorite Star Wars character.
Oh yeah, I know you grinning from ear to ear on this one.
Yeah, this is exciting.
So Star Wars Ahsoka is being written by David Filoni and of course Jon Favreau, who seems to have his fingers all in the series Star Wars universe. The same team behind The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. So there's no word on what other directors might join Ramsey. I know a couple of names that people may not be happy about if it is added to that list, but I'm not going to sit there and disrespect that brother because he did his thing. So there's no word on what other directors might join Ramsey, but yet one would assume Filoni, who directed the Ahsoka character's live action debut in the season 2 of The Mandalorian, is likely to jump behind the camera.
This has me excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So production is going to start sometime later on this month. But we still don't know exactly what the show is going to be about. But we do know that, my girl Rosario Dawson's going to be there. And she's, for an older lady, she does quite well. Thank you, Rosario. Yeah. Keep doing the thing. Excuse me. I saw something about Jedi Apprentice Ezra Bridger. Is that the name of the character or the name of the actor? It's not the same Ezra that's in all this hot water,
so
right?
Ezra is from Star Wars Rebels. Okay. So Ezra was the kid that could get the Force, and Caleb, the other guy, he was trying to be a Jedi when Order 66 came out, and when the order occurred, he got away. He escaped. He runs into Ezra, who has Force powers. They turn around, and at the time, Ahsoka is leading the Resistance, and she pops back up, and that's when Ahsoka has her moment of clarity of what happened to Anakin. So that series, Star Wars Rebels. Yeah, I just nerded out Star Wars on you. Yeah, I know it.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. No,
it's good. It's really, really, really good. It's really, really good. So that this show has been quite excited. And now I know they have an animator as a director on board. So hopefully the CG looks really good. There's a lot of good fight scenes in it. Because she's a dual wielder. And people care to forget she's the one who could rival Anakin in a fight. She may not beat Anakin, but she comes pretty damn close.
Well, I like that. sounds like my type of Star Wars.
She was his apprentice.
Yeah, I mean, she knows all of his secret moves and all that other stuff. She's like, yeah, we spar together. Don't get it twisted. I know what you're capable of. Yeah.
you got these other Jedi fool. You know who I am, Anakin? I'm Ahsoka Tano.
Listen, I'll tell you what she's saying. She's saying, listen, don't fall for the banana and the tailpipe trick. And segueing from the banana and the tailpipe trick, Beverly Hills Cop 4. You like what I did with her there, right?
I saw what you did there.
Okay.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah, so Beverly Hills Cop 4 is on track to find the new director and Mark Malloy. This is according to Deadline. So the long gestating sequel to the hit comedy franchise Beverly Hills Cop looks to be gaining momentum, as sources tell Deadline that the up-and-coming director Mark Malloy has been set to direct. Eddie Murphy is expected to reprise his role as Axel Foley, with Netflix on board to distribute. And of course, Jerry Bruckheimer is back to produce.
Do you how I feel about that? Okay. Is Beverly Hills Cop more like Matrix, or is it more like Back to the Future as times a sequel? The first movie was amazing. The second movie,
depending on Beverly Hills Cop. You talking about Beverly Hills Cop?
Beverly Hills Cop. I thought the trilogy.
One is a classic. One is a classic.
So it was Matrix 1.
I barely even remember 3.
Exactly.
3 was the theme park, right? He was running around the theme park and all that.
I can't recall. But is it Godfather? Is it Godfather Beverly Back to the Future? Or is it Matrix?
I hope it's not Matrix. Because Matrix
I think it's Matrix.
You think it's gonna be that? You know what? It's the easy out. Because you just recreate the same story and just age the people, right?
Yeah,
like
I think this is gonna be a full-on Matrix. The first movie was great. The second movie was like, The third movie was like, I don't even remember it. And this fourth movie is gonna come out. Like, why do we even do this? We didn't even need this. We didn't even need this.
Yeah, do we really need this?
No, we don't really need this.
Well, we really didn't need Coming to America either, but it was still the talk of the town for at least a good week after it debuted.
Yeah, because it was either hate or loved, and that was the talk. It wasn't like it was so good. It reminded me of the first movie.
No, nobody said that.
Nobody said that. That's what Eddie was going for. That's what Eddie was going for.
It was very nostalgic.
It was like watching a boxer come back after their prime.
Yeah. You know you're gonna still see Beverly Hills Cop though. I mean, it's Eddie. Eddie's got this. Plus, he's got the Funkadelic biopic that's coming back.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
So Eddie gonna stay working because Eddie got chops. I mean, we've had this talk, man. Eddie got chops.
Yeah.
All right, well, shoot, man. It's Happy Friday, everybody. I think that is going to absolutely conclude this news stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you got a chance to at least, get a little faded and a little tipsy as we sit here and talk this nerd speak. Big shout outs to you, my guy, for being a part of the show, hanging out with your boy, drinking your beet juice.
My beet juice.
Big shout out to
Don't judge it. It'll judge you back.
Listen, you see this your man. Big shout out to this guy, my man Rodney, for all the technical directing that he's been doing as well. The funk, always. Thank you so much for all the curating. You do so much of the heavy lifting. Digital Click, big shout out to them for making us look good. All of the web design, the graphics, the marketing material, we use them. So should you. I mean, we use them consistently, so that should be all the vetting that you need. Hey, if you happen to be checking this out on Restream or even on podcast form, there are additional places you can see. If you're only listening to a Spotify, you can check us out on Apple Plus. If you're only checking us out on Apple Plus, there's Google Podcasts. We are on pretty much every platform that you can possibly think of. Make sure you give us those thumbs up, and of course, leave some comments. People love that stuff. Hey, the algorithms. We have to sit here and massage these beautiful algorithms. The great thing is that it's real easy to find us on a lot of different platforms. Forward the Geekish Network, be it YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. We're on all three. The benefit is that you should come check us out live because then we can interact with you and kick it with you. Twitch is still around, ladies and gentlemen, but we're not doing shows like this. We're going to be changing the program up a little bit, doing game streams, cooking streams, and a whole lot of different other various cool programs are going to be on that as well. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it. It costs you nothing using your Amazon Prime gaming account. Costs you nothing, helps us out tremendously.
And getting your ass kicked by me in games and cost you nothing too.
Yeah, listen, he over here talking all that hot shit, and I'm gonna come. He gonna have to come see me on the Twitch stream. So remember, you go ahead and use that Amazon Priming so you can watch me beat his ass in front of all these beautiful people. Look,
you and them will get it. You and them. Y'all want to play with us? Come play with us. All y'all get it.
I want it. I'm choosing violence, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I'm saying? My fofo, make sure all your kids don't grow. I've been speaking in rap lines all day today.
It's all right,
from
man.
The 90s. I need to stop.
I need to stop. You're fluent in hot 16s.
I know it.
Hey, man, we'll go ahead.
I watch Bridgerton.
Go ahead and drop some of these last bars to close out this week and get this weekend started up.
Well, next up, tomorrow we got Technubians, then we got Nerdtastic.
Yes, we do.
And we're back at it on Monday. And we have Summer Punch joining us as usual. With that being said, good night. God bless.
Yeah.